All right, a new season of Amazing Race just launched right here on CBS.
Yeah, you might watch the show with your kids or grandkids, or you could let it inspire you to have some fun of your own at home.
Yeah, back this morning, award-winning author and the guy known as the Bobblehead Dad, Jim Higley. Good to see you, Jim.
Hey guys, nice to see you too.
Always great to have you here.
Yeah, great to
Thank
have
you.
you. So
Thanks
we're going to do
so
some Amazing Race stuff right here.
Absolutely.
It's a DIY project. So
I've always wanted to be on this show. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I came up with some ways to kind of create your own DIY Amazing Race for your kids.
It looks complicated. Is it complicated?
No, it's
There's
really
a lot of stuff going on.
It's really simple. It's fun. It's simple, and we're going to kind of get some character building skills in it without your kids even knowing about it. So fun for moms, fun for dads. I mean, you like doing stuff like this with your kids, don't you?
It's fun. Yeah.
96% of dads say that it makes them feel better as dads. That's what a study from Dove Men Plus Care says. So it's a win-win for everyone. All right.
What's first?
Starts with the clue box. I've taken just a plain old mailbox from the hardware store, and with a template, which you can find on my website, laminated, put it on the front, so you've got your own official Amazing Race clue box.
Awesome. We'll show you Jim's website later in the visit here. Keep going.
You know, put that in your kitchen or something, and every week or something, have your own Amazing Race for your kids. It can be an adventure in the house, it can be an adventure out in Omaha or something fun like that. Here's one you can do in the house. Do you guys juggle?
I've tried.
All right.
I've tried.
You know,
you gotta give it a crack.
Juggling's a perfect activity to keep your kids busy on a weekend because it takes a little time, especially for grade schoolers and up. It takes time to learn, but they'll eventually master it. The character builder of this, the character part, is it really teaches them about commitment because you got to own it. You got to really stick to it. So it's that's a fun skill, fun for the family, lots of laughs. All right, another one, another activity another week could all be about telling family stories and stuff like that because studies show that kids who know about their family history are more confident. They actually are more confident knowing what happened to grandma and grandpa and stuff like that. How do you tell your stories and stuff? One of the ways I found is a great way to tell those old great family stories is at bath time when you're giving kids a bath or when dad's shaving, mom's getting ready. Tell those stories. And then here's the real kicker. Build a family tree. Kids love those visuals, right? So there's another great activity.
It might help the parents figure out a little bit more about their family tree as well.
We all forget about that.
What's the next lesson, Jim?
All right. I don't know if you guys play chess. I'm still trying to learn, but chess is the great way to teach kids perseverance because it's what you do is you have to lose a lot before you can win. But it really shows kids the value of losing. That through losing you can actually learn how to be better at different things.
And that's life.
Right.
You don't win all the time.
So this is a special chessboard.
I found this on Amazon, and actually it has directions on, if you can pick it up, Mike, or show it on the camera.
Yeah, pull it nice and
tight. It actually gives you the rules for each piece as to how you can move it and what the rules are.
It tells you the name of the piece, and then it you can see the arrows. Shows you how you
can move it. Cuts back on frustration when you're learning.
Exactly. Even for an old guy like me, I rely on that kind of stuff because I forget the rules as a novice chess player. But it's a great activity for teaching kids about perseverance. Here's another good activity. This one will get them out of the house. A treasure hunt. Who doesn't like a treasure hunt?
I love treasure hunts.
You know, we all do. And so you can make an age-appropriate treasure hunt. I've shown it here on my yellow piece of paper in the neighborhood where you can send kids out to look for a bird or a certain color car.
Now, they don't have to come back with a stop sign or come back with a bird, right?
Well,
they just have to spot them.
We'll leave that up to the parents' discretion. But you know, you could also here in Omaha, you could also, if mom and dad were so motivated, you could do some fun activities out in town. Take them to the zoo. Take them to your great Air and Space Museum here. So just come up with fun things to get kids excited and get their curiosity going.
You have more.
And stuff like that. I do have more. Here's a simple one.
I feel like
gratitude.
You're a maniac, Jim.
Well, again, this is the Amazing Race. They have, what, 11 shows or something? So I think I've come up with 6. You come up with a day of gratitude.
So you got a bucket.
And on the bucket, we have a thank you note that kids can do. This is a reminder to spend time teaching your kids about gratitude. This is an at-home one. Take 30 minutes. Have them write old-fashioned notes to grandma, grandpa, their coach, a teacher. Again, it's a simple way to remind kids the importance of showing others thankfulness.
So far, that might be my favorite.
It's an easy one to do.
Gratitude.
And you know it's a good one for all of us.
Does the bucket have any significance, or is it just a stand here?
It's a stand.
Okay.
But you know what? Next time I come back, we'll make a drum set out of the bucket.
Yes, now we're talking.
All right. And the last one is really one of my favorite ones. I've got a ladder shown here, but really the point is I'm trying to talk about is teach your kids to climb. Now, I know it's a little chilly right now to send kids out to climb trees, but you know, climbing really teaches kids emotional control. You can't be a good climber if your nerves are all over the place. You have to stay focused. So climbing is a really good activity. There's a lot of great places in Omaha to climb indoors. UNO has a great facility that's open to the public. So Don't be afraid to get your kids climbing. Be out there, be adventurous, because it will actually give them benefits in later life.
Yeah, and I would guess improve their confidence if they conquer that fear.
Totally.
You know, they look and they see it so tall, but then they reach the top.
Right, it's a great, really, it transfers neurologically into adulthood, because if kids can overcome that fear, it helps them when they're dealing with other people as adults, when they're in confrontations.
Yeah.
It keeps them calm.
Should
Conflict
you
resolution.
reward them for winning any of these challenges?
You know, when we did this at home, and my house had a big bucket of toys and stuff like that. So sure, depending on what mom and dad feel comfortable with and can afford, I always had like a grab bag of little $1, $2 things from the drugstore that kids can grab their own prize. Clearly, I don't think anyone needs to be a winner. This is the classic. Everyone gets some fun, gets some prizes just for participating. Yeah.
So this is your website. Is all of this there?
Yeah.
What are we gonna
If
find?
they just go to my website, they can find some directions for how to do this, where to get the templates for some of these activities.
Did you update your website? Is it a new website? Or was that
No, it's always updating. There's my dad, actually.
That's your dad.
Yeah,
That's a great
in North
picture.
Bend, Nebraska. Yeah, so it's always changing. So stop and visit.
Great.
That sounds great. You know, thinking about you and this bobblehead, that Doug McDermott bobblehead flew out the door.
Yeah.
Here in Omaha.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking about bobbleheads.
Yeah,
Where did the name come from quickly so our viewers get it?
I felt like a bobblehead. I felt like I was always moving, but not really living. So I felt like I was pretending to go through the motions, but not really engaged.
Well, I can relate
So I'm
to that.
committed to trying
Yeah,
better.
I
A
can
health
relate.
event kind of changed your perspective.
Right, yeah.
didn't
I
it?
had cancer when I was in my early 40s, and nothing like a health event or some crisis in the family to change your perspective.
And then your kids ended up with this dad who was ready to
They think I'm,
do it all right. you
Right,
know?
they think I'm nuts, and they think I'm even nuttier when I'm out doing stuff like this with nice folks like you, but that's part of the fun journey.
We really appreciate having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for swinging by.
You
It's
bet.
good to see
You
Jim.
bet.
We appreciate it. So 60 balloons representing 60 different countries.
The launch is just part of the events planned for World Friendship Day. What it's all about after our Thursday tweet.